Good morning. Welcome to the UU Church of the South Hills, also known as Sunnyhill. We are delighted that you could join us for this service. Our mission here at Sunnyhill is to create a more just and compassionate community within and beyond our walls. My name is Roxy Mountjoy, and I serve as a worship associate for this congregation. If you are a newcomer or visitor to our congregation, please go to sunnyhill.org and click on the button that says New to Sunnyhill to receive more information about our congregation and to receive our weekly email newsletter. Also, if you'd like to be greeted as a newcomer after the service, please take a red mug and members will seek you out to make sure that you are warmly welcomed. If you're joining us online today, please say hello or good morning in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. We'd like to hear from you and extend you a welcome as well. A gentle reminder to everyone, please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices so that we can enjoy the service uninterrupted by buzzing and ringing. Today's sermon is titled Dickens, the Unitarians and Christmas. Charles Dickens, the great 19th century English novelist, had a profound effect on how Christmas is celebrated. Many of his ideas about Christmas and social reform were influenced by his involvement with Unitarianism. This service will explore these ideas and their relevance today. Our opening words, titled Annunciation to the Shepherds, were written by Lynn Unger. It's hard not to laugh. What a picture it makes, the dumbfounded shepherds and the stricken sheep, the cacophony of bleating and the barking of sheepdogs, dashing and nipping in a vain attempt at order, and over it all the angels, trying to make their shimmering voices heard. A who? Wrapped in what? The shepherds holler back. Where are we supposed to go? Poor guys. They wanted directions, a purpose, some sense of how the story might end. And all they got, all any of us ever get, was the sound of angels, somewhere beyond the din, singing Gloria Hosanna across the improbable night. Please join me in saying the words to light our chalice. We light our chalice that this holiday may bring lightness where there is heaviness, joy where there is sorrow.
Good morning. Edmund Sears was a Unitarian minister who is most famous for having written in 1849 the words to the Christmas carol, It Came Upon the Midnight Clear, which we are about to sing. It's a song that's noteworthy for several reasons. The first is that although it is a Christmas carol, it never mentions Jesus specifically. Instead, its focus is on the song of the angels. In fact, in some mainline Christian churches, some of the words have been altered from the original to include Jesus, a reverse version of what UUs are accused of doing all the time. But the original focus, as I said, was on the song of the angels. A second interesting aspect of this song is that although its first verse is clearly grounded in the Christmas story from the Gospel of Luke, the next three verses are all set in the present or in the future. In other words, it's a forward-looking song rather than one that is simply looking backward or historical in nature. It takes the message of the angels and it applies it to what is happening now. Which leads to a third point about this song that is worth noting. It is a prophetic song rather than a hymn of celebration or adoration. And it is based in an idea that is central to our religious tradition, that revelation is not sealed. Truth in its various forms continues to be revealed to us here and now. In this hymn, the angels did not simply appear once to a group of shepherds a couple of thousand years ago. Instead, they are still hovering around with peaceful wings unfurled above Earth's sad and lonely plains, as well as the weary suffering of the world that continues to this present day. For us as Unitarian Universalists, this is one of the most compelling aspects of the Christmas story or any biblical narrative. What saves us is not our belief or lack thereof in long ago events. What saves us, if we are to be saved, is what we do here and now in response to the challenges of our present day. To be sure, we can and must bring forth the wisdom of those long ago stories, but their power to make a difference in our lives and in the life of our world depends on our commitment to act. The angels' calls for peace and the prophets' calls for justice are just as loud today as they were thousands of years ago. It is up to us to be still long enough to hear them and to be committed enough to act upon them. In that spirit, please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear." It came